Yo, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy Don Workman, and look. Now, like I said, man, I've been in the comments and I've been seeing y'all asking me to make a guard build that can actually dunk the ball. And I know a lot of people don't really rock with the offensive juggernaut type of guard builds. Y'all prefer more to have like a two-way. And I get it, man, because like I always say, there's nothing better than being able to affect both ends of the floor. And that's especially if you're a random rec player like myself, because y'all know it ain't gonna be every game where your teammates are gonna have your back out there. And even though it's ultimately a team game, you still want to be able to hold your own and not be a defensive liability. And listen, man, the build that I got for y'all today, this build is literally a demon on both ends of the floor. And I'm kind of tight, I didn't make this build sooner, but look, as y'all can see, man, we're going to go with a 6'4" point guard. And I actually made mine a shooting guard, but if you don't want to end up at small forward at times, man, just put him at the PG. And then we're going to go 185 on the weight and a 6'10" wingspan. Now, before we get into the finishing, I want to say this, right? I understand all the metas. I understand people like to go 93 job and dunk, 80 vertical and all that. And I understand all the requirements for the contact dunks and the alley-oops and whatever else you want to call it, right? But at the end of the day, this is my build and I know exactly what I'm trying to get out of it. And like I always say, you don't have to make my exact build to the T. You can just take this right here, use it as a template, and if you want to put some more job and dunk on it, you can take something else away and, you know what I mean, figure it out yourself. But as y'all can see, we're going to rock out with the 75 close shot, 80 job and layup, 90 job and dunk. Of course, you got to have the 45 standing dunk to get them animations. But the cool thing about this build is we're also going to have an 80 post control. And I mainly did that for the post fades because we're not going to be the strongest player. But having that post game on your build can really come in clutch at times. Especially when you're going up against non-defensive guards or, you know, smaller plays and things like that. You're going to be able to hit them with easy post fades, post spins, and even some drop steps. Because people ain't expecting post game out of a 6'4" guard that ain't really burly and max weight or nothing like that. So it really catches them off guard. Now, I know there's probably a couple of people that can't wait to say, oh, why didn't you go 93 job and dunk? You could have got gold posterizer. You could have got this. You could have got that. But like I said, bro, I got everything that I wanted out of this build. And as y'all can see, I'm not having any problems dunking on people. I got every animation that I actually wanted. I went through them before I made the build and finalized everything. And y'all can see that even with an 80 job and layup, I'm able to convert some tough contact layups. And I am using high risk. So if you ain't on high risk right now, man, definitely give it a try. Because I'm telling y'all, they have patched the game and the layups are in a really good place right now. But y'all can see, it doesn't matter, man. If you're off ball, on ball, when it comes to finishing at the rim, this build is truly elite. And at the end of the day, if you really want that gold posterizer, you can just use a mag +1 on it. Now, when it comes to the shooting on the build, I wanted to be a 3-level threat, but y'all know my playstyle, man. I gotta put the emphasis on the midi. Now, we also gotta remember that we're making this build with 7 cat breakers in mind. So we're going to start off with an 87 midi and an 83 3-ball. And then I used 5 cap breakers to push my midi to a 92. And I used the last 2 to push my 3-pointer to an 85. Now, by now, y'all should know that 92 midi is going to get you that gold deadeye, which is important for any kind of shot creator, really any kind of shooter, because you want to be able to shoot with people closing out on you, or when people are out of position on your hip, on your side, or even when defenders end up behind you and you crab them or something like that. So you want to give yourself the best chance to make these more difficult kind of shots, because when you can shoot in them little tight windows, or, you know, when a defender slips up a little bit and gets out of position, it's going to make you really tough to guard out there. It's going to keep the defense on their toes, and that's what you want as a shot creator, as a scorer, because at that point, the defense is at your mercy. And the reason why I decided to use the last 2 on my 3-ball to push it to an 85 is because, look, if y'all been listening over the years, y'all would have heard Mike Wang been talking about how that 85 or 86 area is kind of like the threshold for the real sharpshooters. And if you live in the building like myself, you know that if you're making a build and you push that 3-ball to an 85, it's going to change the build title. So there's probably something going on where, you know, once you hit that 85 threshold, a green window gets bigger or something like that. And I feel like 85 is noticeably better than 83, but it could be placebo. So, you know what I mean? Make your own judgment there. Now, real quick, I forgot to mention this about the free throws, but yo, listen, right? If y'all ain't going with a 99 free throw, bro, just settle with the 80. Cause y'all know me, I hate missing free throws, especially with the game on the line. So I usually go with the 90 to be safe. But I don't know what's going on with the free throws this year, but I'll be having a 90 free throw rating, getting a 95% rating on the shot timing, and they making me miss them. I'm like, yo, bro, this dude just shot 240s and made them both. And this is happening way too often. So I made a build with the 99 free throw, and that's literally the only build that I don't miss free throws on. So I just wanted to make that clear real quick for anybody who's wondering why I'm only going with an 80 now, because y'all know me. I like going with a high free throw. But y'all also know I'm not making a build that can't pass the rock. So we're going to go with an 85 pass accuracy, 86 ball handle, and an 86 speed with ball. Now, unlike most of my guard builds, we're not only going to be a killer on the offensive end, but we're also going to be able to clamp up and apply some real pressure on the defensive end as well. And we're not only going to be getting on-ball steals or playing passing lanes and getting bumpy, but we're also going to be able to meet players at the rim and send them shots back. So this is going to be a shot blocking guard, a two-way guard, and it kind of gives me like D-Wade, Derek White kind of vibes, and it really catches people off guard, man. I'm telling y'all, it's so fun to see somebody go to the rack and think they got a free take or a free layup or something, because they're thinking like, oh, I got him beat, he's a guard, there's no way he's about to chase me down, and then they get a reality check, man, this build is different. Now, I went with the 90 steal because initially I was going to use one of the plus ones to get that gold glove, but like I said, I decided to go with the 85 3 ball instead, because having that highest shot rating for me and how I like to play is just way more important than having that 91 steal, because y'all know me, bro, I don't do too much reaching anyway. But I made that decision assuming that we're going to get another cap breaker in season 4, so if that is the case, it's going to be an easy choice on where I apply it on this build. But as y'all can see, man, this build is pretty well rounded defensively, so when it comes to getting stops out there, you really shouldn't have any issues. So when it's all said and done, this is what the build is going to look like. And as y'all can see, you're actually going to have a little bit of rebounding on there as well. But when you go through with the build, you're going to get shades of Steve Francis, Jalen Suggs, Russell Westbrook, and the build is going to be called a two-way, three-level shot creator. So now we're going to get into some quick gameplay highlights, man. And look, in this game right here, this wasn't my best game, and I damn near sold the game at the end. But I don't know what this point guard was doing, but he was bugging out, and he was making the game feel like mad uncomfortable. You know how you got to be in a rhythm, you got to be getting the ball on time, shit just got to be flowing, and he was just fucking everything up, taking bad shots. You just sitting there, I'm sitting there in the corner like, yo, what is that? What is he going up with? What is he doing? Like, it was just a lot of confusion, but thankfully there was one other dude on the team that could at least hit an open shot. Now, bro gets clamped up right there, so I get up out the way and I get myself open, but for whatever reason, he hits the dude that's fully covered. But y'all see he hits me and I'm able to flow right into a pull-up midi and I knock it down. Now, bro's already being doubled, but for whatever reason, my man decides to go over there and swipe at him, leaving me open. And anytime they do some dumb shit like that, I gotta make him pay for it. But now we're down 2 with 1 second left in the game. And y'all can see, bro, I'm like 3 for 7, 2 for 5, so I'm not really having my best game. And the crazy thing about it is, the dude inbounding is the only shooter that we had on the team other than myself. So he was smart enough to throw that motherfucker to me, and I was hoping that was gonna be a 3, but, you know, I was thankful I knocked it down. So we stayed alive, but as y'all can see, bro, we ended up being down 8 with about 2 minutes left in overtime. But I catch the ball in the corner right here, and I'm just taking my time waiting for the opening. And y'all already know what it is with me, bro. I don't make too many builds that can dunk the ball, so when I get on a dunking build, I'ma crash out. So any lane I see, I'ma take it. And if somebody's under the rim, they better jump. Cause otherwise, why am I on a dunking build? Why am I on a build with posterize if I ain't gonna posterize something? But look, I get the ball in the corner again, and y'all see, if I see that lane, I'm going there every time, bro. So I'm able to stop the clock, get to the line, and you know I gotta knock both of them down. So now we down 2 with 30 seconds left in the game, and we just can't seem to get a board here. But luckily they bricking. Now I'm out on the break right here, but bro's taking forever to throw the ball, and I probably could have forced a little, you know, pull up midi right there. But I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to play another overtime. I'm trying to get out of here. But like I said, I wasn't having the best game, so I'm like, you know what, bro, with the game on the line, I'm gonna throw it out to the hot hand. Cause I know when I'm cooking and the game is close, bro, give me the ball. That's how I feel. I can't stand when niggas be trying to reinvent the wheel like, bro, I got 40, 30 points, Give me the ball. It's that simple. But look, we tied up with 8 seconds left in the game. Now right here, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I tried to contest, but it made me swipe at him. I don't get that. So now I'm annoyed and I'm thinking like, damn, I might have just sold the whole game. But this is why if it's me and we got 8 seconds on the clock, we taking the last shot. We ain't leaving no time on the clock. So of all the people they could have left open, they let the hottest dude on the court get a wide open look from 3. I really don't know what be going through some of these dudes' minds out there in the rec, but I'm just glad that for once, the dumber people weren't on my team. But shout out to bro for stealing that game for us and securing the dub. And as always, man, I appreciate all the support. Let me know what y'all think about the build in the comments. And if you ain't following me on Twitter, be sure to give me a follow over there at BeLikeDom. And y'all already know what it is, man. Stay up. Catch y'all in the next one.